There's probably 4 cubic meters there, and a couple of 20-ton axle stands. Just cover those up and park them up somewhere for next winter. Only problem is now, where I pulled them out of the paddock, it's a real mess. There's no easy way to get rid of all those branches, so unless I chip them up, maybe it's time I invested in a wood chipper. Because that's a bit of a fire risk, just leaving those so close to the house. Over summer they'll get tinder dry and any spark would set them off. And also they're blocking the sun from getting to the grass, so less grass for the sheep. What do you think of your new Christmas present?
It's my, it's
What?
my new present. That's so cool. It's so cool.
That's Mum's early Christmas present.
You filming it?
You should look more happier. Seems to be pretty heavy duty. Those blades are fairly solid, they're reversible. So it goes that way, and then there's the anvil blade down there. So it's like a millimetre clearance in there between the anvil and the blade. Those bearings are pretty substantial. Grease nipple on them. PTO shaft goes on there. 180 kilo, eh? Oh, we'll put it together and give the old David Brown a workout.
Are you going to grease it?
Yep, that's right, mate. Get the grease in there.
Grease in there?
Yeah. I don't think it likes this spindly hardwood Kanuka branch, because that clogged it right up straight away. You can see it's all packed in there. So I'll try and avoid that Kanuka branches, but the pine branches it handles no problem. Almost needs like a little hatch on the side, so you can just clear it with a stick or something. Apart from that, it's going really well. Chomps through them, no worries. Pretty scary machine, but as long as you keep away from the shaft, it's pretty safe. Oh, that's a lot better. Made short work of it. So that took me about probably 3.5, 4 hours. It's a pretty solid workout. The novelty wears off after about half an hour. But that's much easier than trying to cart the branches away or just leave them there to rot and then they become a fire hazard. So pretty happy with that. Some nice piles of mulch for the garden. It'll be a wee bit acid with all those pine needles, but it'll be good for the blueberries. Hey buddy. And the sheep can have their grass back, which is a bonus. It was doing pine branches like this, no problem at all, like 3 to 4 inches. But I keep those for firewood, so I was just putting like the 2 inches, 3 and under through it, so I handled that no problems. Those blades are starting to get a wee bit dull, I think. It wasn't drawing them in quite as well at the end, so they're two-way blades, so I'll just switch them around. Nice simple design, pretty bulletproof really. It's got that shear bolt there, which actually I did break one shear bolt when I let the clutch out a bit fast, so it just pinged off, and the shaft actually spins but the chipper doesn't, so it's like a safety mechanism in case anything gets bound up, so I know that works. So I'll leave a link in the video description to where I got this one. The fella was doing a $1 reserve on a local auction site. So it started off at $1 reserve and ended up going just over $1,000, so I think that's quite a good deal. The cheapest one I could find in New Zealand. Pretty happy with it overall. It does the job. Oh, careful. Steady on, boy. Oh, gonna break my knees, mate. Oh, you're a solid little fella, aren't you? Hey? No, that's enough. That's enough. That'll do. Go on, get out of it. Wait, settle down. Settle down. Hey, come on. Settle down. I'm going to get out of here before he crushes my knees. Can't get up here. Anybody? He's chasing me out. That's a good place to leave it, I think. He's starting to get a bit aggro before he starts braking the tractor.